Hey guys, so today I'm here with a very exciting video. I have my Book Outlet Black Friday sale unboxing. So if you didn't know, Book Outlet is an online discount bookstore. They also have a location in St. Catharines, which I go to a couple times a year. And they are one of my favorite websites ever just because their books are so cheap. And to top it off, for the Black Friday weekend, they had an additional 30% off their entire website. So I got, I think, 15 books for about $56, which is just insane. So I think 3 of the books in here are for my mom. I let her get a couple books as well. My treat. 'Tis the season, I suppose. So yeah, very excited to get into this. I've been anxiously awaiting its arrival, so let's just get right in. Okay. I'm excited. So, just for exact, I got 16 books for $52, which is pretty exciting. So, yes. Let's just get right into them then. The first one that I see here is The Weight of Water by Sarah Crossan. I have read a couple of her novels before, but this one intrigued me because it is written in verse. Okay, so reading the synopsis, this is actually about a 12-year-old girl whose name I cannot pronounce, but let's just call her Cassie since that's her nickname according to the synopsis, who has just moved to a new city with her mom because she is looking for her father, and the only place where this young girl feels comfortable is in the pool. So that's what that means. So I'm really excited to read this. It is much shorter than I anticipated, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good quick read. I'm so excited. I can't speak. This next one I got 2 copies of, and that is The School for Good and Evil, A World Without Princes. This is the second book in this series. I own the first book. I haven't read it yet, but my mom has read the first 2 books, so I decided to buy her her own copy and then buy one to add to my collection as well. So I've heard really good things about this. I know Geraldine really enjoys it, and I trust her opinion very much. So I really enjoy middle grade, and because this is a little bit darker, I think it'll be good going into the winter. So all I know about this is that it is about a world where young kids get sent to either a school for good or a school for bad. So I really like that idea of the synopsis, so looking forward to this. I picked up Lessons from a Dead Girl by Jo Knowles. So again, when I do book purchases, I've mentioned this a couple times, I like to go through the oldest books that I've added on Goodreads, and this happened to be one of them. So it wasn't available nearby in my library or anything. So when I saw it on Book Outlet and it was super cheap, I figured I might as well pick it up. So this is about a girl named Lainey who was sexually abused by another girl named Leah. So now, going back a couple years, Leah is dead, and Lainey's trying to reevaluate her life and figure out why those things happened to her, but she can't have that conversation because she died. So I think this is going to be interesting and gripping and very, very dark. So looking forward to it. Another dark one that I picked up is Find Me by Romalie Bernard. This is another one I'd added onto my Goodreads forever and a half ago. And this one is kind of about another dead girl. So it is about one girl who finds another girl, Tessa's diary, and in the diary it says find me, but this girl is dead. So I think it is just kind of a discovery of what happened, maybe fighting from a serial killer. I don't know. I'm excited. It seems very vague, but I haven't heard anyone talk about it. So I think it's a series as well. So interested in this. This is one that my mom picked up, and that is The Girl from Everywhere by Heidi Hellig. Don't know anything about it. I have heard of it and I've seen it quite a few times. So not sure what it's about, but it's not for me. So I don't feel guilty not knowing. This is another one that is much smaller than I thought. Kiss a Broken Glass by Madeline Kuderick. I remember when this was first being released and my friend Kissa was telling me about it. I had no idea it was so slim. Like my finger is bigger than that. So this is another novel that's written in verse and another novel that is a dark YA. So this is about a girl named Kenna who has recently been admitted into the psych ward for cutting. So it is kind of like free verse, journals, poetic-ish, just as her mind works through like those manic, which if you have a mental disorder, you know that like your thoughts aren't always like 5 sentences, paragraphs. It's jarbled and it's ridiculous. So I'm looking forward to seeing it kind of translated. Very Ellen Hopkins, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Another one that I grabbed for my mom was The School for Good and Evil, The Last Ever After. This is the, I think, 3rd and final book in this series. So this is the only one of them that she hasn't read, so I figured might as well round out her collection. And yeah, she wanted to continue on with it, so when I told her they were on the site, she wanted to get them. Oh, and another one that she picked up. 300 Days of Sun by Deborah Lawrenson. Never heard of this. Don't know what it's about. Don't know why she picked it up. So I've just realized that I picked up a lot of dark novels. The next one is Hysteria by Megan Miranda. I think I also recently purchased this as an ebook because it was part of the Cyber Monday daily deal. But this one is about a girl named Mallory who has killed her boyfriend, even though, but everybody knows that it was self-defense, but they're thinking, what if that's not really what happened? What if there was more to it than that? I don't know. I'm guessing she's having like memory issues like from PTSD. So I don't know. It's one that I've heard about and I've been interested in reading, but I don't know why I picked up so many dark things. I've just realized that that was my theme. I grabbed The Truth About Alice by Jennifer Matthew. Another one I've heard many things about. Didn't realize it was so short. So this is, I think, told in multiple perspectives. So the general story follows a girl named Alice who was caught cheating on a boyfriend, and her boyfriend was in a car accident, and yeah. So we get 4 perspectives. A girl who threw a party, the car accident survivor, a former best friend, and the boy next door. So then we are trying to kind of figure out what the truth about Alice is and where she's going with her life. So I think this is going to be really interesting. I've heard it's very similar to Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson, which I really, really enjoyed. So I'm looking forward to this one for sure. I need some light ones, so I grabbed The Distance Between Us by Casey West. I don't know what this is about other than it's a young adult contemporary and one that I will likely be taking on my cruise with me. I have never read anything by Casey West, even though she is very popular and very hyped in the booktube community. And she was in my video where I talked about authors that I haven't read before. So I'm looking forward to getting started, and this is the one that I picked. I grabbed Fixing Delilah by Sarah Ochler, another author I've never read from, but another just young adult contemporary. So this one has a lot to do with like family and first loves and like self-discovery and all of that, which I think I'm going to enjoy. It takes place over the summer, so this is one I'll probably hold on to for that season, but I've seen it going around, and again, it's another one that I've had on my Goodreads for a long time, so I figured it was super cheap. It was probably like $1.50 or something with all of the sales, but I'm looking forward to it. I grabbed Glimpse by Carol Lynch Williams, another one that I've had on my Goodreads for so long. So when I was shopping Book Outlet, I had my Goodreads open in a second window, and I was kind of like browsing through, and then whichever one sounded interesting, I would search into Book Outlet to see if they had it, and this was one of them. So I did not realize that it is as well written in verse, and it is quite thick. Don't know if that's just the edition I bought because it is short for a paperback. But this one is about 2 friends who are as close as sisters until something happens to one of the sisters, or to one of the girls, and all of these secrets start coming out, and yeah. So I think it's going to be really interesting. Again, another really dark one. Not sure why that was my theme, even though I do really enjoy those kinds of novels. But yes, looking forward to this one. I think I got a lot of quick reads, so maybe I'm going to have a pretty solid December wrap-up. I bought a copy of A Tale Dark and Grim by Adam Gidwitz. I read this in October for Spookathon, and I really, really enjoyed it. So when I saw that they had it there, I had to buy my own copy, as I'd been pointing to anyway. So it was just a cute middle grade, almost retelling of Hansel and Gretel, where Adam Gidwitz gave us like his own side comments about what was going on in the story. It was hilarious. It was adorable. It was actually really dark for a middle grade, but it was awesome. So I'm so excited to own a copy. And then the last book that I picked up was The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. As many of you know, this year my friend Keisha and I decided to read the Mortal Instruments series. So I am on to the 4th book in the Mortal Instruments series because I read Clockwork Angel in between. And I don't know where these novellas go into or in what order to read them. I just saw that they had it and they had it cheap, and I knew it was one that I was going to buy anyway. So I figured, why not save myself some money and just get it in the order. I do really like Magnus Bane, so I'm looking forward to reading his stories. So yeah, those were all of the books that I bought from Book Outlet. Again, it is one of my favorite sites to buy books just because it is so discounted, but everything is such good quality, and even being in the store, like, they have such amazing customer service that I can't complain at all. So if you purchase anything from the Black Friday sale, make sure you let me know. Not saying that I won't buy anything during Boxing Week because I've already added a couple more to my cart. So yeah, I just can't resist. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.